Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Illuminated Mind podcast. My name is Matthew Brownstein. I'm the founder and lead instructor of the Institute of Interpersonal Hypnotherapy, and I'm here with one of our proud graduates, Monica Obando. So welcome. Thanks for joining me.
Hi, Matthew. Thank you so much. It's been an honor
Hello.
being
Let me
here.
read your bio to everybody. Monica Obando is a Colombian-born American industrial designer by profession who discovered her passion for helping others by becoming a clinical and transpersonal hypnotherapist through her school. Her soul-searching journey took her to combine her love for the arts and her passion for yoga and hypnosis to create a new transformational modality that has helped thousands to create incredible, life-changing breakthroughs. Well, why don't we start with that? That's interesting to me. I don't know the details. You presented at one of our conferences, so I've gotten to know your integrity and your heart. But talk to us about yoga, hypnosis, and some new transformational modality. What have you been up to?
Yes, yoga. I became a yoga instructor back in 2013. So I had no experience. I had nothing, never been in yoga before. I just saw kind of videos and stuff like that. And then one day I felt like a call and I decided to just join a course, and I became a teacher a year after here in Tampa. So since then I have been practicing, and then but that was 2013. And then in 2015, I had this call to get into hypnosis. And then I found the school and I joined the school, and it's been amazing. Such a transformational experience. My life changed completely since then. So I'm originally from Colombia, moved to the States almost more than 2 decades ago, actually. So the reason I moved here to the States was because I was feeling kind of lost, feeling like I needed something else. And in my mind, I thought that moving here to the States, everything was supposed to change. Everything that I had, all the things that I was carrying, my baggage, all that heaviness was supposed to stay there back in Colombia. And I was so completely wrong, because when I moved here, it was even worse. No language, no culture, no many things. So I had to start from scratch. So adding way more baggage to my shoulders. So that's when the soul searching began, and I started doing all these studies. And then now I created a program called Overcoming the Toxic Mother Trauma, based on my experiences at my office as a hypnotherapist, that I've noticed so many traumas created by our own mothers, sadly. So it's something that we have been growing, and it's a lot of pain created by them. Sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's unintentional. So I created something that is mixing the art therapy, including hypnotherapy, and then yoga, the breathing techniques and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a holistic approach for us to heal emotionally, physically, all the traumas that we have from created by our own mothers.
Yeah, beautiful work. I love to hear how it's unfolding for you. I know for me, interpersonal hypnotherapy, that became our brand because it was so obvious through all the regressions back to childhood. It was like all these memories with the inner child also have an inner parent. I'm curious why you honed in on mother, because I used to joke, like, when you go back to these traumas, it's usually at the dining room table, because that's where the family came together. It's usually mom and or dad, or it's the nuns. It's like dining room table,
Yes.
parents, or nuns. But why mother and not father? Why not parents? Why
Because we are, as a mothers, we are the ones who nurture from the womb our own babies. We are all the time in that inner connection. And something that I found in my practice is that when people go into in vitro, that they are going as their mothers are pregnant with them, they feel their mothers, they see their mothers suffering, crying, or extremely happy, or they feel all those emotions. So they become mother at the same time. So it's like it's that embedded information that we are absorbing since conception in that moment. So it's a lot when we go back and do all that digging that information. And for people, obviously, or those painful memories, when they are painful, they are extremely painful, and they stay with them until we process them, until we see them and transform them. So that's why it's important, because sometimes we as mothers, as women, as daughters, we have so many traumas and things that we behave in a way we feel in a way that is not a good way, but we don't know how to overcome that. We don't even know that we are suffering from that. So there is a lot of loneliness, sadness, and we see so many women that are so beautiful, perfectly, from the inside out, but all of a sudden it's like this little monster inside that they don't even know they have, and they don't even know how to process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that leads us to hypnotherapy. So talk to me about hypnotherapy in general. What is it for you, and why is it the primary modality as opposed to perhaps other professions or other facilitation types of work?
Yes, but hypnotherapy is my life. I think it's something that changed my life completely, transformed it from the root. Because when I went through the training, I've noticed that many beliefs are challenged. So many things you have to learn to unlearn. So the things that you learned prior to coming to the class, they are kind of challenged in a good way, but it's for you to let go of all those layers that are not serving any purpose, and all of a sudden you start remembering who you truly are, recovering your true self, remembering your own persona. So it's amazing transformation, and that's when you heal yourself in that way, you are able to heal others. So that's the beauty about this kind of work. And the teacher becomes the student at the same time, because every time that you see a client, you see kind of a reflection in that
Mm-hmm.
client of
Mm-hmm.
something that happened to you, something that makes you click in a way. So you keep healing. This is a never-ending journey.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. And I like it. And I love how you talked about helping to realize who you really are. I forget your exact words, but it's like, to realize your true self. And our upcoming conference is called Redefining Facilitation, and the subtitle is Embracing a Path of Healing and Enlightenment. And for me, the enlightenment process is very much discovering who you truly are. Not just for me, right? Like great saints and sages throughout history have been talking about when you become enlightened, you realize who you really are. In your own words, from your experience, why would that be so important? You alluded to it, and I clearly care about it. Let's dive deeper into why is this self-realization theme so important?
Because when we are born, we are so in a pure form. And the problem is that we become so programmed. And usually those programs are negative by, like you say, parents, nuns, anybody around, family members, teachers, school, anybody, friends, start programming, dumping. And usually those programs are negative programs. It's the sadness, the anxiety, the pain, the anger, the hate, all those negative emotions that as kids we absorb, and at the same time we become so confused that we lost our own selves. We even forget how to properly breathe. That is the foundation of life. So that is, to me, so baffling. When I get my clients, the first thing I teach them is how to properly breathe for the session, for the moment. So it's just that by itself is helping them to reconnect, because we are always in this survival mode. Instead of living and thriving, we are just surviving. And that's so unfair, totally unfair. Then we had the problem with the cell phones. We have, such a disconnection that we totally forgot who we truly are. And we usually are in the social media applications and here and there, looking for ways, outlets to let go and to get away from our own minds. We are not able to even come into a calming space to meditate, not even 5 minutes, because then it's the inner voice is telling you, the inner judge, the inner critic is all the time, that stuff that we become, crazy. That it's sometimes I even heard that meditation is bad for you because people, get crazy, become crazy and stuff like that. So it's such a misconception. So it's the wrong way to approach things. So that's why hypnotherapy to me is, is the therapy to go for us to transform in a quick way, if that's to say.
Yeah, to transform into who we truly are, which is
Correct.
we already are. Yeah, it's just like unfolding, because like you said, like we're born pure, and then, or even if we acknowledge there's a past life model, like the essence of us, right, is inherently pure and good. And I like how you talked about misconceptions, like meditation is bad, it makes you crazy. I think people are already crazy. Meditation helps to bring them back to sanity. But we talked before we started the interview about misconceptions about hypnosis, and you're big on educating the public about what this really is. So what are some of the misconceptions? Like meditation is bad. What are some of the hypnotic
Um,
misconceptions that you work to dispel?
that hypnotherapy is something religious and is demonized in a way, so it's people, it's a sin to go to hypnotherapists. I have so many instances where I have been called even a witch.
Mm,
So it's so I educate him, so one thing that I always do is a one-on-one session in Zoom prior to any session to see if I am a good fit for my
mm,
client and if
mhm.
my client is a good fit for me, because sometimes there are, again, those misconceptions and are going to be under your power. No, never. You're never going to be under my power. Am I going to be fully asleep and I'm going to be doing the ridiculous stuff that is in the shows and stuff like that? And it's that element of education that I love to prior to the session. So any question that the client has is going to be answered in a proper way, in a human way. It's not going to be any disrespect or anything like that, because there are questions, obviously, and confusion, especially lots of confusion about how therapy works. So when the client gets that clarification, they happily come to your therapy and they are more accountable into their therapy. They do it and they love to do it and they are amazed of their own transformations, and they let you know.
Beautiful. So it's not witchcraft or demonic, and you're not doing sinful behavior
No,
by helping people in this way. Good. Good to know.
exactly. No, 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 no.
Good to know. Let's talk about your private practice. So you mentioned doing online consultations. So maybe since COVID, like, do you have a private practice? You have an office? You see clients online? Tell us about that.
Yes, back in 2015, when I graduated, I opened my practice right then and there. And then it was in my office, but then COVID hit and we have to find some other ways to work. So
Mhm.
I decided to do it online and it works perfectly fine. People are now, it's even better because I can see people from all over the world. It's not
Uh-huh.
limited to my office, and I am bilingual, English and Spanish, and I am able to see clients from all over the place. So
Mhm.
it's good and open the barriers, the frontiers. There is no lines to me. So it's beautiful in that sense. So, and I see people in Europe, I see people in Australia, and I see people in English, I see people in Spanish. So, and I can see kids too. So I see, all over the place, any
Mhm.
audience, and that's good.
Yeah, right on. So COVID forced you to go online. I mean, we turned the school into, you can still train in-house, but also we turned the school into 100% online. And I agree with you in the education side of this and in the private practice side, online is just as good. Nothing's lost to it. If anything, it's better in so many ways. Not to mention you can have clients, like you said, all over the world, which is extremely rewarding. How do you get your clients? What do you do for marketing and whatnot?
I have different ways. One that I've noticed works really well for me. Those are the YouTube videos. I don't have many. My channel is not as big or anything like that. But I have people audience that they see my videos, that they
Mhm.
keep looking and keep digging, and that's how I notice a lot of people
Mhm.
coming to me, and then the word of mouth. Obviously, I have been around since 2015. So one client that you see is affecting in a positive way no less than 10 people. So they just, because they see them, their friends, their family,
Mhm.
everybody see their transformation, they see their change, they see that dark cloud removed all of the sudden, and they don't exactly know what or how that happened. So they inquire, because that's the beauty about this therapy too, that it's not only inside, but you reflect what you're feeling, when you're sensing is reflected in your physical and your persona. So it's your aura. So you give that vibe, that clean vibe to everybody, and it's like, something happened to you. Tell me, what is it?
Mhm.
So is this I always call it spiritual marketing,
Mhm.
because
Yep,
people
yep.
keep asking, keep inquiring about it, and then they come to me.
It's great. Yeah, in our school's training, I refer to it as psychic advertising. It's like sending out the right vibe. So
Exactly.
so that's great that people are coming to you word of mouth, and then YouTube videos. Is there any other way that clients tend to come
Yeah,
to you?
absolutely. I do TikTok videos. I do, I name it, because I am all over the place. I am in Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google Business, YouTube, mm, LinkedIn.
Mm,
So one post, what I get, one thing is that I do is one post I recycle and send them all over the place.
mhm.
It's the ripple effect. And either one, at least one is going to give you a client, and that's for sure. So just, it's an effort. Yes, it's an effort, but it's something that is rewarding, because you're not only making money, but at the same time, you're helping people. And again, one person that you help, you're going to be having that ripple effect in the entire family. And that's why I love to work with moms. I like to work with women, because we are kind of like the foundation in a house. We are the foundation, kids gravitate towards the mom, the husband gravitates towards the mom, everyone gravitates towards the mom. So it's beautiful when the kids see mom changing, so they change immediately. There is no questions asked. And the husband sees the wife happy, it's a happy husband. So it's an entire happy environment. It's this ripple effect that I have seen. And that's why, I focus mainly on females.
Yeah, right on. Good. We need more of that. Tell me about a case history, something that comes to mind, whether it's kind of out there or down to earth. A client who comes to mind that really was wonderful to see that change.
Yes, I had one case, MCAS disorder. This girl has this mast cell disorder. So it's kind of like when you are allergic to everything and everyone around you, everything. So the mom went with this girl. She was, at the time when she came to my office, she was 12 years old. She was suicidal to the core because she didn't want to live in that condition. She was allergic to the dust, to the sun, to the wind, to everything around her. She couldn't socialize. So we went into hypnosis, and then a past life. It was a past life. She was feeling guilty. She was feeling in a previous life. She was 17 years old. And she was in a village, and that village got attacked by bad people. And she was a teacher, and she had in charge like 17 little kids. So she had to cross over a bridge with the kids, and the bridge got cut by these people, and she drowned with all her kids. So she passed there in that past life. So she was feeling guilty. She was not accepting this life. She didn't want to live anymore in that life. So she felt so guilty that she didn't want to live in this life anymore. So we went back and she saw what she had to see. She transformed. And then in this present life, we connected kind of on a cellular level. So we connected to her cells. And then we talked to one particular cell that it was, the sickest one. I asked her to find the sickest cell in her body. So we changed entirely that cell. So that information from that cellular level went to her entire body. So that girl right now, she's 18. She's a mom and she's happy. It's amazing. The changes that you can see in people, the transformation is incredible. Coming from suicidal, she didn't want to do anything. She was a cutter and stuff. And now she's thriving with a beautiful baby.
Yeah. So you saw all those symptoms, all the allergic response symptoms drop away?
Yes.
Yeah. How many sessions did that take? Was it just the one past life regression?
No. It was quite few, no less than 10, and in different stages in her life.
So less than 10 sessions, so less than 20 hours, and you completely changed this person's life. And she was 12 years old. So was she open to, obviously she was, but what do you find about working with somebody who's about 12 years old? My experience is under 14, they don't always have the emotional maturity to do things like past life regression.
Yes, they don't. Sometimes they don't, but I go to where they allow me to go. Meaning, obviously, the mom is always there present during the sessions, but the kids, I just kind of gauge and see where they want to go, because we don't have the emotional maturity, and I agree completely with you. But that, again, I gauge. It's not always that that you are 12 and we are going to do this. No, it's very unique cases in a way. But this one was so desperate that I was like, okay, hands on. And this is, that was kind of like the agreement. And I actually love to see teenagers. Teenagers are in that stage of life where they are confused, but they want to live. They have so much energy, but they don't know how to use that energy, how to focus that energy. So with hypnosis, it's completely amazing how they can find. Actually, like a month and a half, I have my first 9/11 kid. So this girl was one of the 9/11 people that died there, and then she reincarnated here, and she was feeling lost, completely lost. She is 14 right now, and her mom was like, oh my God, this is I don't know what to do with her. She was feeling lost and stuff. So when she came, we went back immediately, but she was like, it was so superficial that because I don't have any agenda every time that I do a session. It goes where you want me to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's where your mind takes us, and that's the place that we visit. And it was so vivid that she was living there, and at the same time so exciting to see someone healing from that such an early event, because it's something recent. So
Mm-hmm.
it was good. And mom was so like, whoa, this is amazing. So
Yeah. Yeah. The past life stuff, that was one of the things that got me out of the field of Chinese medicine, because I was learning hypnotherapy. When I got to the past life regression type of work, we regressed somebody back and she had a shoulder injury in a past life. We resolved the mental impressions of that and the shoulder pain goes away. And I'm like, my God, in Chinese medicine, I'd be putting needles in her. I'd be massaging. I would do different techniques, but it'd be based on a diagnostic model, essentially treating the symptoms. When I realized there's no way any of those techniques, Western medicine with whatever they would do, chiropractic, acupuncture, massage, nothing could get to the mental, not even psychoanalysis or talk therapy would get to that level. And then one good regression, bringing up the memory, helps you to see, wow, the root cause is mental. I mean, it's what A Course in
yes.
Miracles teaches, right? You only have to heal the mind. And here we are all treating and tracing symptoms. Yet, yeah, you found just, and that's amazing about, the 9/11 and this other girl, just to go back and discover the root cause and resolve it.
Yes. So
Yeah.
it's incredible. The body, the memory that the body has is
Mm-hmm.
incredible. And that's something that I am tapping a lot lately. And it's going back to the great grandparents and the great great grandparents as far as I can go during one session, obviously, because it's only 2 hours to go,
Mm-hmm.
so far. But the healing that they are having, the transformation they are having is incredible. The changes they see, the realizations, they realize that they have been carrying this ancestral pain, and at the
Mm-hmm.
same time this ancestral knowledge. So it's about you, which one do you want to choose? Is the pain or the knowledge? Is this
Mm-hmm.
wisdom that comes with you, because we have it all.
Mm-hmm.
So it's which one do you want to carry? Because usually, because of the programming, we are carrying the pain instead of the
Mm-hmm.
wisdom.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And thank God there's people are, and you're out there, these people can come to you, or people, like us, who do this kind of work, who have the ability to bring these type of memories essentially to consciousness. If not, yeah, there's just so much unnecessary suffering. So
Yes.
I was thinking of a creative way to ask this. It might not be the most refined, but from 0 to 10, 10 being the most rewarding, how rewarding would you say it is to take people through this experience?
10,
10, yeah.
11, 12.
Right. I was like, even above 10.
For
Yeah.
me, again, this is exciting because there are not many hypnotherapists around. So the kind of work that we do is unique.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes you unique. That makes you this is so empowering, so fulfilling to
Mm-hmm.
go through these processes and help people the way you do. And people get so amazed on how they transform so quick that they are like, whoa, again, they keep sharing and keep spreading the light and the word of mouth of how
Yeah.
you can heal so quick.
It makes it as rewarding as it could be to be on the giving side of this profession.
Yes.
What was it like going through the school? Now, you graduated quite a few years ago now, but yeah, can you tell us what the journey was like, the process, the
Yes.
transformation?
Yes, it was good. It was um at the beginning kind of like the unknown. So that's something that maybe as a student or future student, if you are going through that I don't know if this is right for me or not, just talk to graduates and see what exactly they feel. How was the process for me? The process was good because of the knowledge. All of the information that is given is incredible, and is everything condensed. It's not like you go into YouTube and this is the rabbit hole that is nowhere to end. But this is the essence. Is concise. Is what you truly need to go within. And then as you go through practices, you keep peeling those layers of the unknown, so you become finding your true self, refining that essence, and that will make you become the hypnotherapist that you're to come. Because that's something else. Some people, they like me. I go more focused into female, into women, and I have my reason why, because I refine my niche. But then other people, they go into more into extraterrestrials. Some other people go into light language. Some other people go into anxiety. Some other people go. So you're gonna find your path, because this is such an extent so big that you can find your own journey, the path.
Yeah, beautiful. I'm so glad you're on this path with us. If you had some, well, yeah, we'll get towards closing words of wisdom, but how about also if somebody want to contact you, private sessions, or to learn more about you, how do they do that?
Yes, visit my website. It's www.monica, Monica, Obando.com, monicaobando.com. So that's the best way, because through there is a button where you can apply, or people can apply for the 30 minutes, the free consultation. So in that free consultation, we are going to have, a good chat, and it's going to be my undivided attention, and you can talk everything and anything that you want to talk about, to have transformed through hypnotherapy. And we will be meeting. That is the most important thing prior to the session, and see if we both are good fit for each other.
Nice. And you always do these free consultations on Zoom, so you can
always
get that
yes,
face to
always
face.
always
That's
always
great.
always that was something that I learned on my own through that distilled the process, because sometimes people, they call me, and it's such a waste of time, because they don't really know what they want. So there is no, but when they apply, they see me, and I can guide them better to refine the why of the session. So that's how they feel that is more deep what they need to find. And it's beautiful, again,
Yeah.
because we meet each other prior
I'm
to the
sure
session.
I'm sure it's really good for you too. Because I'm thinking back when I was in full-time private practice, we didn't even have the internet way back when. But I would, get on the phone and give them at least a 15-minute consultation, and that's where you build the rapport and get the connection. But I would
Exactly.
have done that too. Now that I think about it, I would have wanted to see them, let them see me, that feeling. Because a lot of times, if you do an online scheduling system, like go to my website, just book an appointment, they'll book the appointment, then they don't show up for the appointment. And
Correct.
I encourage
And
our graduates.
that's something that I've noticed is, out of 100, 98%, they are
Mhm.
yours, your clients,
Yes,
and they are your audience. Because sometimes the problem is that when you are not invested, you do the call, but you never come.
right.
But if you are invested, then you go, you book, you
Mhm.
invest your time in reality. You want to invest in changing your life. So,
Yeah.
because that's in reality what it is. It's investment in you. It's not
Hmm.
an expense, but it's an investment in you.
Right. It sounds like one of the magic principles of getting your client to show up is do a free consultation, but even do it on Zoom. Let them see you, let them feel out your energy, let them get a sense of what it's going to be like working with you versus just an
Correct.
online scheduling system. And
No,
then they don't know who they're working with. And
no.
yeah, I was helping a graduate recently to build his business. And he's like, yeah, I got these clients, but nobody showed up. And it was like, oh, you're doing like, where's the consultations? And even better is get them on Zoom. So
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes, and everything is automated, because I have the button goes to Zoom, Zoom goes to Calendly, and everything is then and there. So we
Right.
connect.
It's automated, but you're not skipping the vital step of
No,
talking to your client
no,
before they actually are supposed
no.
to show up for a session.
Correct.
Nice. Beautiful. And then just overall, any listener who is interested in spiritual growth, healing, hypnotherapy, what are some closing words, some words of wisdom?
Keep looking for your true self. You are know who you think you are. If you haven't done any shadow work, any digging deep, find your true self, because you are way more than you think you are. This
Hmm.
world is unlimited, and you are just surviving, and you need to thrive and
Hmm.
live your true life.
Again, it goes back to that path of healing and enlightenment, right? Know who you are. It's a
Yes,
path of
yes.
self-realization. Thank you so much, Monica, for joining me here. It's a pleasure to
Thank you,
always,
Matthew.
whenever we get to interact. And thank you for sharing with my audience. And I hope people will reach out to you to book sessions because I'm sure they're wonderful. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank